for marijuana?
Yeah, protest for legalization, for I guess regulation.
Okay, we're from the U.S. So
Cool.
interesting. Where are you from?
Hi, Victoria.
Okay.
I'm not from Jamaica or anything.
One of the best things for cancer is really don't call it. Whatever. Every other political party is free to decriminalize or legalize. Yeah, except for the conservatives. Oh, they're so stupid. 8 years ago. Alcohol kills more people.
Maybe you could change the names for the
Yeah,
like cancer or something else.
The Cancer Institute here in BC recommends patients to go to a club, buy cannabis to help them with their cancer.
Yes.
Yeah, it works really good. My sister's it helps me with sleep and like.
Yes. I had a girlfriend of mine. She was in Germany. It's called Hempology, kind of thing. And she said it's some states allowed, but not Germany.
No, not Germany, Switzerland.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hey,
It's very hard.
it's not like Amsterdam.
No, it's sure not like Amsterdam.
But this is the Ted Smith's Hempology 101.
On three, we'll all go 420 at the same time.
And earlier this year he won
And I want to take a selfie with you all.
cookies and herbs.
Yes.
And ointments
On three.
with
Yes.
One,
cannabis.
2, 3. Okay, looks like we're doing that one more time. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
I'm from Colorado. Should I tell them it's not that different, or
Yeah, Washington's different than here now.
yeah, but
Like topsy-turvy world.
Okay, got you guys. 3, 2, 1.
Doing a selfie.
oh yes.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and again, happy anniversary, Hempology 101. Thank you so much for coming, everybody, to what is really a very special night for myself and for many other people here in Victoria. 20 years ago tonight, I basically moved here. I lived in a van and got a flag and some books and pamphlets, put them down at the whale wall, and started what has grown far beyond those weekly meetings. And so it's wonderful to be here before you today. For many reasons. Certainly, personally, many good things have happened over these 20 years. And as many of you know, amazing changes have happened around the world as well that are greatly influencing what is happening here in Victoria. And so I could talk a lot about the highlights over the years, and I will do that in a little bit. But there's a couple of things that we're going to do before I get into all that. But I just will note that no one should leave without a newspaper if you haven't seen one before. The Cannabis Digest is really the pride and joy of our nonprofit society. We publish these 4 times a year, and gives you a wealth of information about what's happening in the cannabis field here in Canada and around the world a bit too. And so otherwise, again, thank you all for coming tonight. Now, we have a lot of different rituals and things we've done over the years, and one of the things that I'd like to do fairly early on tonight is our 42 seconds of silence for the victims of the war on drugs. Tonight we're here at the Parliament and City Hall, smoking cannabis. Many of us have worked in the cannabis industry for a long time, but unfortunately there are still people being arrested and sitting in jail as we speak in Canada for growing, selling, and at times even in simple possession of cannabis. And so each time we gather, we take 42 seconds aside to think about those victims and what we can do in our individual lives, to try to make these changes for a better future with this plant and to stop people from going to jail. And so I'll give you guys a warning of 3, a countdown of 3, and then ask everyone to please join me for 42 seconds of silence for the victims of the war on drugs, starting in 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much, everybody. Having been in jail for that 42 seconds of silence, it is a very meaningful thing for many of us. So thank you very much. And like I say, many changes are happening, and most of those changes in Canada have been in the court of law. Honestly, with people like myself and one of my employees, Owen Smith, who just successfully won a Supreme Court of Canada challenge unanimously to make extracts legal for patients a couple months ago. That was certainly a huge decision for Owen. It was his birthday yesterday, and he lives in the Cowichan Valley now, where he would be here for sure celebrating with us. And in many ways, while the Cannabis Buyers Club isn't Hempology 101, it has been a sister group of this organization too, so it's been just an amazing year. But if we are going to make the right changes, like the courts can strike down the law all the time. In fact, that's the reason there's so many dispensaries here in town, is because the courts keep throwing charges out against people like me and Owen. Yeah. And so the police are tired of arresting us, finally. And so now we're seeing a wave of dispensaries happening, but it's really awkward because the federal government still has a very negative opinion of cannabis in general and medical included, and they're not working with it at all, or those clubs. And so we need to change who's in power here in Canada. Damn right. And many people want to get the Conservatives out any way possible. And we're very, very honored tonight to talk about why her and the Liberal Party of Canada want to join us in legalizing cannabis here.
How's that? Okay, and this is my podium. Do you like it?
Yes, it's lovely.
How are all you criminals doing tonight? Just because your drug of choice is marijuana, which is less addictive than alcohol or cigarettes, you're criminals. Yeah. Just because you've sought relief for yourself, you're a criminal. Yeah. Just because you've sought relief for family members, you're a criminal. Yes. Just because you've sought relief for children who are dying from epilepsy that's untreatable, you're a criminal. It's been a long journey over 20 years. We owe Ted Smith and Owen Smith a lot for putting themselves on the line. Yeah. And winning in the Supreme Court twice. But we've presently got a government that doesn't give a damn about what the Supreme Court has said. We know the Con's prohibition doesn't work. It leaves it in the hands of criminals. Kids are buying from criminals. The quality isn't controlled. You don't know what you're getting. And 60% of the police drug squad's resources are going towards marijuana issues. What a bloody waste. And the NDP decriminalization won't work either. It still leaves it in the hands of the criminals. If you still won't be able to get access to good quality, no research can be done because it still will be illegal to grow it. And Mulcair wants to add 2,500 more police instead of dealing with the underlying problem. But Liberals make decisions based on evidence and science. So what is the science of marijuana? What is the science of cannabis? Well, currently there are 85 components in cannabis, of which THC is the only one that's psychoactive. The other 84 are not at all.
Sorry.
And we have, the numbers vary. I know it's been up to 100 at some point, so I'm going, okay. But we know there's a whole bunch more components in that plant that can be used for medical purposes.
Yes.
And we already know CBD is very useful. It's been declared by the U.S. Surgeon General, by the American Medical Association, that the benefits of that drug will have treatment for pain, for nausea, for spasticity, and seizures. Why are we denying people access to this? Legalization will work. We'll take it out of the hands of the criminals. We'll regulate it and keep it out of the hands of the youth, just like alcohol and cigarettes. We'll ensure product safety. No more pesticides, mold, or heavy metals in your weed. We'll legalize a supply for labs so they can do the research about medical effects. Right now, that research is being done in Israel, in UK, and in the US. Not being done here.
Growing for personal use.
Getting there, hon. And by the way, it's going to provide considerable tax revenues, just like alcohol and cigarettes. So a liberal government will legalize marijuana. Who would have dreamt 20 years ago that you would be standing here on the precipice of legalization, finally? So a liberal government will allow a limited number of plants for personal use. Recreational or medicinal, your choice. We will reallocate police and law enforcement so they can actually fight the real criminals instead of chasing you guys down. And we'll create a process to clear the records of people who have convictions for possession. We'll clear your records. So now that I've hit the high point, do you get it? I got a challenge for you, because you can help make this happen. The only way it's going to happen is if you vote a liberal government in. So you vote for a liberal on October 19th, and I promise you, I will work my butt off with Justin Trudeau to make sure the legalization happens. Thanks for your support.
I guess so. Cool. Well, thank you so much again to Cheryl Thomas, the local Liberal